nice to have this opportunity to tell you a little bit about the Ted Lindsay Foundation for Autism Research. The building right behind me here is where it all started. John Sarnacki, he had a son, Dominic, who was autistic about 12 years ago, and I never heard the word before, so I said to John a week later, what can we do to help Dominic? And he said, well, we can raise money. And so how do old athletes raise money? They usually have golf outings, and we've had, this year will be our 12th. We get most of the Red Wings, but I've gotten a little older, so my son-in-law, Lou LaPaz, is now the president of the foundation, so I kind of sit in the wings and let him do all the work.
How you doing? I'm Lou LaPaz, president of the Ted Lindsay Foundation. Our mission statement for the foundation is, our purpose is to raise money and administer funds to help for the cure and cause of autism. We have several things going on right now with our foundation. They're up and coming. The most exciting thing we have is this, we call it the Chopper for Autism. We were very fortunate to have a gentleman who I consider the artist of this motorcycle here, Joel Wolendowski, contacted our foundation to help raise money and raise awareness for autism. Joel, why don't you tell us a little bit about the bike?
I built this bike just to represent the Autism Society and to honor a family member of mine who has autism. And I have the pleasure to work with the Ted Lindsay Foundation to raise awareness for autism. The project took about 4 months, and we've just fabricated a few specialty pieces like the ignition, the hockey puck oil tank, the puzzle cuts on the back fender, and then there's some different Ted Lindsay insignia along with the puzzle piece paint scheme.
Joel, obviously you spent a lot of time in this motorcycle. It's absolutely gorgeous, and that's why I consider you an artist in putting this thing together. We're very fortunate. We got some exciting things happening with the motorcycle. Our next event we have at the Autorama at the February 24th, 25th, 26th. Kind of get a little cool. Let's take a little tour inside the facilities. What do you think?
That sounds great. Mr. Lindsay, if I'd have the honor to have you sign the motorcycle.
I'd be happy and honored to do that. You show me where you want me to ruin this beautiful bike. Right there. Come on in, Ed. Let me tell you a little bit about the Ted Lindsay Foundation for Autism. There's an epidemic in Europe, Canada, United States on autism, and so I want to find out what's causing this epidemic. Never even knew the word 12 years ago. So anyways, that's how we got started in this building. There's a young lady down the hallway. All of our people are volunteers. Nobody gets paid. And the greatest lady is right about 50 feet away from me here, Cheryl Ash.
I'm Cheryl Ash, treasurer of the foundation. I've been involved since the inception year 2001. The co-founder, John Zarnicki, is my boss here at the training room, where Ted works out 3 hours, 3 times a week.
All of her efforts are, she doesn't get paid, she just does it and smiles. Wonderful. That's what it is with all the volunteers. And then when we have our golf outing, the Red Wings are great supporters of ours. All the players come out. Mike Babcock and his 3 coaches, just super people, and are interested in our project.
Okay, another part of the organization that we didn't talk about too much is that we do a lot of fundraising events. And one of them, if you go on site on our foundation website, you'll see a thing about sports memorabilia. We have a program, this is how we also raise money, of different types of sports pictures of local folks and organizations and sports heroes of the Detroit market primarily. So if you go on site, you'll be able to see some of those pictures that we have. We also have them for sale here at the training center in Detroit. The training center here on East Big Beaver Road. One gentleman who's getting a chance to coordinate our program it's an easel program, we call it. We're in all the Kroger stores in southeast Michigan. We have sports memorabilia there. Again, there's some of the same pictures you can go on our website to purchase, but we have them across the state of Michigan. We have them in a lot of BW3 restaurants. They've been a big supporter of us to get out the word for our cause and our foundation. I want to do a special thank you today for having Ted show up today and do the shoot for his foundation with the motorcycle. And again, the gentleman, Joe Wolendowski, who is obviously as I used to call him, the artist on metal. A couple things, if people want to get a hold of us, they can go to our website, www.tedlindsay.com, or they can call my number, 248-202-6194, or the foundation at 248-457-1400.